Hey guys, welcome to Coming Out Chapter 2.5. I guess I will explain more thoroughly and more professionally what I tried to explain last week. Not last week. Who are we kidding? Last video. Not last week, like last month. I guess I'll start about when I first started thinking or having thoughts that I might not actually be a girl. I guess start with that. When I was in grade 1, I guess I had this like dream or want, daydream, or whatever you want to call it, like a fantasy, I don't know, of starting grade 2 in the fall, like, and showing up in like a suit and tie, because for whatever reason when I was in grade 1 I thought a suit and tie is what made you a boy. Even though none of the boys in my class I'd never seen any of them wear that, but I just assumed that I would have to. And I wanted to start grade 2 in a suit and tie as a boy and go as a boy. I repressed that memory super hard for a long time, as well as a lot of other feelings and memories and stuff that I just repressed and buried and just like shut it down. And I shut it down till first year university, and I met someone who I had like a really instant connection with, and I felt super comfortable just talking about really anything. And that's the first person that I kind of talked about my gender issues with. Even then it wasn't like, oh, I think I might be transgender, what? Because at that point, and you guys are probably going to make fun of me in the comments for being absolutely horribly ignorant, but at that point, I'd only ever met one trans person to my knowledge, and they were male to female, and I was 16 when I met them, and I didn't even know that trans people existed until that point. I don't want to sound like a dick, but like I really didn't. I'm from suburbia. I was sheltered. Like, I knew gay people existed, but that was it, right? Like, I didn't know. And even at 16, I thought you could only go male to female. I didn't know female to male existed until I was 18. When I met my first female to male trans person, that was kind of scary. But that's a different story for a different time. So yeah, I met this one person and I just felt like I could talk to them about everything and anything, and I did. And we talked a lot. We talked about my gender issues, but at that point I wasn't even entertaining the idea of being transgender. It was not even like a thought, because that wasn't me. I wasn't like that. I had just come out as liking girls, and that was it. I was hoping that was gonna be it for me, because that was hard enough to deal with. So I repressed it again and buried it and shut it down again. I was like, nope, this isn't me, nope. And then this year, I moved into my apartment and I was alone a lot, and when you're alone a lot, you start to get to know yourself a little bit better, and those feelings and memories decided to not stay buried again. And I ended up coming out to my parents just as, like, I guess questioning my gender, not really sure, in November or October. But yeah, even when I came out, I refused to even acknowledge being trans. That wasn't me. I didn't want it at all. I liked girls, and I could handle the idea of being genderqueer. That I could handle. Couldn't handle the idea of being trans, and still even now it's like, what? And if you're here watching this because you're planning on coming out to your family, I don't want to put this lightly, and I don't want you to take it lightly, because it's not an easy topic. Coming out to your immediate family is the hardest thing that I've ever had to do in my life. As coming out as trans is the hardest thing that I've had to ever do in my life. If you've already come out as gay or bisexual or another sexual orientation, that doesn't even compare to coming out as trans, because for whatever reason in the society that I live in at least, being gay is okay-ish, but being trans is still not super okay. And not that it's bad or shameful, it's just it's not really known, so people don't really know how to react. Parents don't really know how to be supportive. They get kind of closed in. So it's really hard because, you know, if you came out as gay and it was super received super well, and you think that that's going to be the same reaction when you come out as trans, no, maybe, but I doubt it. And I don't want you to take that and be afraid, but I just want you guys to like understand that it's not going to be super easy. That being said, there's always that one person, and I'm sure everyone here agrees with me, there's always that one person whose reaction matters the most. They might not be a family member, they might be a friend, like a counselor. It's the one person whose reaction matters the most. And I cannot stress this enough that you cannot screw up coming out to this person, because I super duper did. And I still feel really bad about it because I kind of chickened out. I was really worried about how this person would react because they're really the only person whose opinion of me matters, and I messed up big time. So if you are sitting here and you have that person in mind, remember, do not send them the same message that you send your entire extended family, because they're not going to be too pleased about that. So yeah, no, coming out to your family is the hardest part, I feel, about transitioning. Forget hormones in your butt. Coming out is the single scariest thing that I've ever done in my entire life. Like, I was physically ill trying to come up with the words to tell my parents, and it took a long time. For real though, I've been super fortunate when it comes to my friends and family in terms of using the name that I prefer, pronouns. Just been super, super fortunate. When I came out to my friends and I told them, like, look, I want to change my name, or I want to start going by a different name because I haven't changed my name yet, and different pronouns, my friend got super excited about it, and they threw me a naming ceremony, which I will include at the end of this video, so you could stick around and watch that because it was filmed. But yeah, my family's been super supportive. My mom found me a therapist like 2 hours after I came out to her, and both my mom and my therapist are wonderful human beings, and I probably wouldn't be able to do anything or function as a human being without either of them. So I'm sure I'll talk about the subject more in the future. As I said, I started testosterone, so I'll probably be talking more about that and what it's doing to me in a G-rated fashion. I will not be mentioning things that are not G-rated that are happening to me, or quite frankly, they're none of your business, and my mom watches these videos and it's none of her business. She knows what happens, she's done her research, I know what happens, but we're not going to talk about it. I'm not going to talk about it. You want to find out what happens? Click another video that's not mine. I'm sorry, but I'm not going to talk about what happens in my pants. So yeah, I'll talk about testosterone, the G-rated effects of what happens, saving up for top surgery, changing my name legally, which I'm planning on going to start that process on Monday, so that would be the 24th, so yesterday if I uploaded this video on time. So I guess I'll just have like a thing for advice on trans people in Manitoba, because it's different everywhere, so just primarily Manitoba. Make sure to like this video if you found it helpful, and are also super pleased that I'm back, and even though I am not uploading every week like I promised. And make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. We have a promise to you to upload every Tuesday, and maybe that'll happen again. If not, at least once a month. I'm also on another channel every Saturday. I'll include that in the description below as well if you want to check that out. And make sure to follow us on Twitter. That'll be below as well. That's it for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Remember, my advice and the effects of testosterone will be purely G-rated, because not only does my mother watch this, but I'm fairly certain my grandparents do as well, and they do not need to know what happens. So, have a good day, evening, night, afternoon, whatever it happens to be, wherever you happen to be, and I'll see you guys next Tuesday.
Do you, Erica Rose, take boy to be your lawfully wedded gender? Yes. And do you, not Erica Rose, take Spencer Darren Jude Rose to be your lawfully wedded name? Yes. W. Spencer. Thank you.